finally the catalyst to take the dollar down. This is a breakdown in my view under last week's lows. The battlefield was 104.80 to 105. I put out sales at the 104.79 level up here. I said, I'm not going to try and be perfect and try and eke it out. And sometimes retracements don't get to your number. You have to go with it. So actually did some covering on half here. And then we had the bounce and never had a chance to add back on, but still short dollars, have been short dollars from here, and this was, I think, maybe the last bus stop. I think we're on our way down and on our way down big. And the interesting part about the dollar break is there was no flight to safety in the dollar with risk off, which is something else that was forecasted for the market. We're trying to bring it back here, but the NASDAQ really got completely smoked this week, and S&Ps took out the 5,400 level. I want to point out that at the beginning of the week, that my plan was to sell at the 50% retracement, just like the dollar. We didn't get there. So I started recommitting and buying SQQQ yesterday, which was a 50% retracement. SQQ did it. Here's SQQ. And there's the opening. So we've gotten to 10. So did some more buying here. This is pretty shallow pullback. Caveat being, maybe we have a little third drive here. VIX, maybe a little third drive here. So I may even be doing some booking. Maybe we follow through into Monday or Tuesday. But in the stock market, you would think that lower yields at some point and a weaker dollar is going to generate at least some type of bear market rally in stocks. I've also seen interpretations that this was a 4, so that implies this is a 5 and that we're completing something down here. So just like the dollar, you always keep your core short, but you trade around it. It's not only the dollar. I talked about buying the euro at 108 or shade under 108, 107.50-ish, and we're on the verge of a breakout, a huge week in the euro. It way outperformed euro pound. Euro pound's trying to pull back now, but the big trade was in euro, although the pound deeper than my 2760 level, got all the way down to 27, is snapping back pretty good. I thought I'd have a chance to buy the Aussie on a 3 drive, which could still happen. I thought it would happen today, but I'm definitely not going to short it. And I may have to reach for it if we start closing over 5.5 early next week. I don't like to put a lot of new positions on Friday. Don't try and make your weeks on Friday. Yields collapsed. That too was also a call. TLT was a call. We're having a tremendous week. They've held up very well during risk off. And look at the way, remember, and I was bearish before 420, but said 420 is a big breakdown. Well, it certainly was. This is a Niagara Falls barrel over Niagara Falls move. So if you've been taking me seriously, I'd say my only slip up might be here. And I just can't buy the gold here. And silver is acting worse. So maybe I'm wrong, and we're just going to go and make new highs in gold. But with lower yields, lower dollar, it's not exactly a trip to Hollywood. Why aren't we already at over 2,500? Maybe we'll be there Monday. So pretty much have the whole board right. Remember, I talked about for a month or so about my sister saying that she was going to sell right before the election and get back in after. And I said, made me think that there were multitudes of people thinking the same thing. And when that happens, they'll be wrong-footed. It's too pat that there won't be any kind of sell-off before the election, and talked about a summer bear raid, some are scare, and that's certainly manifesting in spades. We have some of the gold stocks up today, and maybe they're just on their way, but there was really, especially in the silver shares, we had really kind of a bloodbath yesterday. That wasn't one of the examples, but I still think we're going to have a chance to buy this at 10. Here's GDX. We're not at new highs yet, even though gold is. And Newmont, although it's at new highs, it's still a bit diverging. But what if you were long this? All right. Uh, because you were bullish silver. We're almost back at probably at 78.6 back here. Maybe there's something setting up here, but I still think silver has a chance for $26. Check this out. Um, Look at this day. So this was earnings. It was down around, I don't know, 14%. So I don't think we've missed anything on, or not much anyway, on the minor side of things. Here's one of your stronger indexes, which this is the banks, and they are getting back inside this throw over. It's one of my positions. And it really wasn't that long ago that Amazon was 191. Okay, so they're not even showing it. It's probably halted, but see it here. There you go. And I said 191 was the pivot, so you tried to get close to 91 here and sold off. Then you had a three drive, took it right up to 191, right to the breakdown yesterday. And look at this, in 24 hours. Okay, this is not the same market we've had for the last several years. This is a change. This is like I believe we've had 2-3% sell-offs in NASDAQ 100 back in 29. There was an analyst trader. His last name was Bregman, and they had in 29 what was called the Bregman break, and that was the first break from the top in 29. You had the market down 3% a couple days, and that has so this NASDAQ 100 has qualified for it. I believe we were down 3% yesterday, and we had another 3% down day the week before. So what followed in 29 was a failing rally, which I would welcome. Maybe we put in some kind of low here and then get some type of recovery rally, fib rally. And that's really when the big crash happened, because that was wave 3. So this could be wave 1 down, and then we get a 2 recovery and then a 3. So if you have any comments, let me know if I've helped you avoid some pain in the stock market over the last couple of weeks. If you're on the right side of the dollar, maybe you bought some bonds based upon my forecasts over the last month or two. Anyway, I not that there haven't been occasions where I've been wrong, but I would say that for the most part, in the zone, which gives me satisfaction not only with my P&L, but that I'm helping you guys, and if not adding to your P&L, at least keeping it together so that you can catch a good trade instead of being buried in something that you're going to sit with, and you go from, like as Mike says, a trader to an investor. So have a good weekend. I'll have updates and targets and objectives Monday. Next week's a special week. Alexis helped bring in Peter Brandt, Market Factor. Peter was written about by Jack Schwager in Unknown Market Wizards, which is an oxymoron because he's very well known. Hundreds of thousands of traders have learned from Peter Brandt. So tune in. We're fortunate to have him grant an interview. That'll be next Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. EST. Have a great weekend. Hope you had a good month this week. And above all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios.